Yeah, I think you saw it all game. That quarterback, the +1 run game to a single high defense, it's tough. So we had to make some adjustments. With our front, with our back end, even how us linebackers were fitting things. They did a good job. Like we knew all week, they got a job and they do it well. And they did it all game. Like it's just continuous drives. 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, 8 yards. So it's tough to stop that as a defense. There's some things that we got to fix. As players, we got more play violent, play physical, and people all be on the same page and be in the right gaps.
Keyshaun, why do you think you guys have struggled against QB draws this year?
QB draws, just
Yeah.
QB run in total. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough run game. I mean, you have to have your free safety or one of your extra fitters to come down, fit the hole. Like I said, they're good at doing their job, and they run a stout offensive line. Do well getting up to the second level. So they're collecting people. It's tough to stop.
Malik, you kind of talk about, obviously, with Jordan going down, somebody else needed to step up. You kind of had a career game. Can you kind of talk about your contribution and having that opportunity?
I was blessed to just, be in the game and, contribute, And with JT going down, we had to change some things around. So, I just had to play my 111, play my part, and just make the plays when they came.
What do you think maybe you guys should be doing more in that first quarter?
Say it one more time.
What do you think would maybe you guys would be doing more offensively in the first quarter?
It was a lot of things. It was a multitude of things. I think we just need to stay on the field. We got to convert third downs, and we got to score in the red zone. And that's our Achilles heel right now. Well, I think I definitely, earned some trust within my teammates. It feels good to make plays for the team. When you don't make plays, you just want to do good for the guys. This is a team sport, and I want to contribute any way I can.
Couple more. Keyshaun, what can you say about the physicality of Houston up front?
I mean, they're solid. I said they did a good job, collecting blocks. I still think, I know we're the more physical team. At times, that wasn't on what we were putting on film. They're getting up to us, driving blocks. But like I said, they're just a good football team. They're underlooked or overlooked. I mean, and a good solid football team that's going to win a lot of games.
We got one more for you guys.
For both of you guys, it's your first time this year at home in the stadium. What's that kind of feeling like right now?
Sucks.
Yeah, any loss sucks. I mean, especially at home. Like, we don't sell these crowds out to lose. Like, we don't want that as players. On to next week. That's all I can say.
All right. Thank you guys. Good coaching here.
Good job. Good job.
Everybody has their